I've decided to do micro rolling. This is my journey. Hello lovelies, I'm Micah and I still play with makeup. I decided to do micro rolling. I had been looking at it for a little over a year now and decided to take the plunge. I got these 3 different micro rollers online, actually from the Chinese app Cute. Its main app is called Wish. You can find these on the Wish app as well. But I have been doing a lot of research and decided today's the day that I'm going to start. Now let me tell you a little bit about micro rolling. I'm sure you've probably heard a little bit about it. It is something that it's excellent for aging skin. It helps diminish the fine lines, it helps plump your skin, and it actually helps with hyperpigmentation. What it does is it pricks your skin with micro needles. The recommended micro needle for your face is a 0.25 millimeter needle. In fact, let me pull this out to see if you can actually see the needles on this. I'm not sure if you can. Now, some people think that this is painful. I've actually tested it out and it's irritating. And from the videos that I've seen, it actually makes your face red. And you really should not wear any type of makeup products other than moisturizers for at least 24 to 48 hours after you've completed your session. The type of serums that you should be using are ones that have growth factors, have plant stem cell or hyaluronic acid. And so I have chosen, this is of course my vitamin C pollution prevention serum by e.l.f. This is their Beauty Shield product. And I've also got this I purchased at Sprouts. It is the Reviva Stem Cell Serum. I think I paid around $7.50 for this. I've actually been using this particular serum for quite some time, and I think I've used about half of this particular bottle off. This last one, or this third one, is collagen serum, and we will see how well that goes. Bought this at Sprouts as well. I think I paid $8 for this one. And then finally I have some The Ordinary hyaluronic acid, and we will see how we do with all of these things. Basically how you do this product is clean your face, then cover your face with the serums that you want to use. Then you take your micro needle and you start rolling it in sections. You do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you turn it and basically roll in that same area the opposite direction 3 times, and then you move on. I bought 2 different kinds of micro needles, and this one will be able to get in a little closer around my eye. I've not done any research yet about using this around my eyes, so we'll talk more about this later. Today I'm just going to be using this one. What my goals are for using micro rolling is I want to get rid of the dark circles under my eyes. I want to plump up my skin and better hydrate my skin. I definitely want to get rid of this drag that I have right here. When I don't have makeup on, my face hasn't been washed, it's the end of the day and it's just, my face is just done. You can really tell how it falls down in this area right here. So I'm definitely going to be working in this area here. I'm also going to be working on my neck as well, because it can be a really nasty crow's neck really easily if I don't deeply hydrate it. I'm sure you've seen that in many of my videos in the past. Well, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go wash my face, so I'll be right back. Okay, face is washed. I have not moisturized. First things first though, cleanliness is of uttermost importance. I have cleansed all of my tools with alcohol and made sure that everything is sterile. I'm going to use this little makeup mixer to mix up my serums. Today I think I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Beauty Shield and the stem cell serum. I think I'll also put a little bit of the hyaluronic acid on it. Also, I forgot, I also wanted to address the fine lines around my lips. So the very first thing that you are supposed to do is apply serum, then you micro roll, and then you apply more serum, and then your final moisturizer. I am going to be using the Trader Joe's moisturizer that I bought at Trader Joe's for $6.99, I believe. I did a review on this not too long ago, so I will link that video right there in case you're interested. This is a very basic, very good basic moisturizer that's very cheap and has got some incredible ingredients in it. So be sure to watch that video. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I have cleaned this. I'm going to mix up my serums. Here is the vitamin C. Now let's mix some stem cell. I think I'm going to leave the hyaluronic acid out and use the collagen serum instead. So we'll just mix all of that up. So I'm just going to take this little brush that I use to apply things and just apply it all over my face. Alright, the serum is applied, so excuse me, it tickles. Let's go ahead and get started with the micro rolling. Let's see. We'll start, we'll do 1, 2, you could do this 2 to 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You're actually supposed to, I looked again, and you're supposed to do it 3 different directions, not just 2. As you can see how it is irritating my skin. But it's prickly, but it's really not, it's not uncomfortable. It's easily tolerable. Now going across the forehead, that was a little bit more painful. Yeah, this direction too. Especially over my eyebrows. This really does not take very long to do at all. And that's it. Now I want to tear up just a little bit right here. So let me go ahead and get that out, because it does make your eyes water just a tiny bit. So now let's go ahead and mix some more of the serum and apply that. And let's just start applying this. This serum is very smoothing, it's very soothing, very cooling. Alright, I am done with the micro rolling, added my serum. I'm going to let this sit just a little bit. Okay, it still needs to do some soaking in, so I'm going to let this dry, then I will be adding my final moisturizer. But one thing that I just noticed is, yes, my face was red and irritated, but applying the serum for the second time actually calmed my face down. It was cooling enough, and I can see, in my opinion, I can see an immediate result because my face plumped up, but that's probably because it's irritated. But we will continue to do this on a weekly basis and see how well it goes. So next will be my next check-in. This is my second treatment, micro rolling. And I've done some more research, and I will start doing it every few days as long as I'm not going to be wearing makeup for the next 24 hours. Alright, micro rolling is done. Now let me mix up my serum that I'm going to put on. As you can see, my face is really irritated right now, but this should calm it down like it did last time. More reading on this stuff. You should really stay away from the sun after microderming. It also said to stay away from very sensitive skin like your eyes, and I'm not sure why it said to stay away from your nose as well. We'll see. I'm still doing more research, and I'll continue to apply it as I do the additional microderm. That is it for this session, and we will move on to the next one. So this is before my 4th treatment. After using these, I soak this and my brush after I clean it in 70 proof isopropyl alcohol, so that gets it nice and clean. So I'm going to just go ahead and get started. As you can see, my face is very irritated now, but it's plumped it up, and I still have not touched my eyes or my nose. My nose is fine, perfectly fine, does not need any kind of treatment whatsoever. And my eyes, the skin on my eyes are just way too sensitive. I'm just going to let that soak in and go about my day. So what do you think? Are you seeing any changes? I'm not seeing any so far, but it may be too subtle for me. I may have to go back and watch the video. Well, that was back in October. It was October 29th when I made my first portion of this video. And now it is January 14th, and I wanted to tell you about what I've discovered and the improvements. The first thing that I discovered is the very best time for me to do it is every 2 weeks. I seem to see the best progress if I micro roll only every 2 weeks. At first I was doing it once a week, then I actually brought it up to every few days, and that's when I discovered that doing it every few days actually made my face worse. So I just needed to give myself a 2-week time frame between the times that I micro roll, and the progress has improved. I've noticed that my crow's feet are affected the best. The jowls here are still falling, but not nearly as bad as they were. And my neck isn't quite as chicken neck as it usually is. Now around my lips, it is getting better, but that is where I've seen the least amount of improvement. Another thing that I've noticed is if you want to get the best out of micro rolling, while you're micro rolling, you need to stretch the skin. I wasn't doing that with my lips for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out why my lips weren't changing. And so once I started doing the micro rolling, which was only a month ago on my lips where I was stretching it, that it actually started to show some progress. Now here are some before pictures, and now here are some after pictures. As you can see, my neck is so much better, my jowls look so much better, and the crow's feet are absolutely fantastic. Now today my face is actually starting to fall a little bit because it's been 3 weeks since I last micro rolled. It would have normally been on Saturday, last Saturday, that I would have micro rolled, but my face decided to break out. Don't know why, but in this area right in here, I started breaking out. And my my routines have not changed. I don't know if it's hormonal or what I've eaten, but I had to stop doing it last week. And because I've gone an extra week, I am noticing some slight falling in my face again. But I will not micro roll this week. I want to give my face one more week without to give my face a chance to clear up. And that is one thing that you never do, is if your face is breaking out, do not micro roll, because you're just spreading that bacteria all over your face. So it'll probably be next week before I micro roll again, and hopefully that will give me a nice lift. But I do recommend it. You can purchase these micro rollers cheap on Cute, and I think I paid $2 a piece for these things. As long as you keep them absolutely clean, they will work really nice for you. Once I use them, I just fill a little bitty Dixie cup full of alcohol and I let them soak in there for a while. And I also put some alcohol in the reservoirs here for about 10-15 minutes, and then they are nice and clean for me again. But I hope that you will try it. It does take time for you to see some improvement, but if you do it regularly, if you guys decide to do it, let me know what works best for you. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching and spending your valuable time with me. I would love it if you would hit the like button and leave me a message down below. If you want to join the Milk Guild, please subscribe. Just hit my face right there. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you're notified when I upload another video. And if you need a prayer, please send me a private message. Until next time, I'm Micah, and have a blessed day.